What is going on, everybody? Guess what? I got a new dice game. It's called Zombie Dice. And I'll tell you what, this game is super fun. Zombie Dice, I played first on Tabletop Simulator with my friends Miss Scarlet, Wormfood, Vay, Misty. We had a good time playing it. It was actually a lot of fun. It's a very quick game. And when I was going to the game store yesterday, I saw, lo and behold, they had one zombie dice hanging up on a peg hook. So I said, I'm going to buy this. It was only 13 bucks, and I'm sure it'll probably be either a little bit cheaper or more expensive where you're at. So I'm going to show you Zombie Dice. This is actually a really fun game. It's so simple and dumb. It's so fun. I like it. Now, this is the basic version. There's also a couple other versions that add a 10-sided and a 12-sided die, but this has nothing but 6-sideds. So I opened it up already, and actually I already played a couple games with both my mother and my brother, and my mother just absolutely loved it. She loves it. So as long as she likes it and my son likes it, hey, that's good. I know I'll be able to play Zombie Dice here quite a bit. Let's take a look. Well, when you get Zombie Dice, you're only going to get a cup, this cup here, all right, and then you're going to get 13 dice. Now, 13 dice, and I'm also going to show you the rules of the game as well. You get a total of 13 dice. You get 6 green dice, 4 yellow dice, and 3 red dice. Now, you're also going to get a rule sheet, and it's in the cup as well. So, the idea of the game is really simple. When it's your turn, you go into the streets and you basically attack 3 humans. All right. Now, when you attack these 3 humans, one of three things can happen. Either you can eat their brains, they can run away, or you can take a shotgun blast to the nuts or to the head, whatever. And you can see, sorry, it's a little dark here, but this dice is a red shotgun, sort of like a shotgun explosion there. So, premises of the game is you either get the brain, you're happy, one gets away, or they go ahead and they shoot you in the face, or they shoot you in the nuts. So it's as simple as that. It's great. So there are some percentages in this. So as you can see, out of the 13 dice, you're going to have a better percentage chance of getting a brain. Now the brain dice has a brain on 3 sides. It also has 2 runaways, 2 sets of footprints, and then a shotgun blast. So you have a 50% chance of getting a brain, and then you have basically the other 50% chance, meaning 2 chances of that would be to get, to have 2 footprints, and then 1 would be the shotgun blast. All right, pretty good odds to get a green die. So you definitely want as many green dice as you can. The yellow die, it's like a neutral die. There's 2 of each. It's a 6-sided die. There's 2 yellow brains, 2 yellow footprints, and 2 yellow shotgun blasts. And they're all worth the same. The brain is always worth 1 point. The footprint is always a neutral die, and then the shotgun blast, it's always like you get shot in the nuts or in the head, and then bam, you get a strike against you. And you get 3 strikes and you're out. Or you can claim your points. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the rules in a second. Last die is just like the brain die. The red die, which there's only 3 of, there's 3 shotgun blasts on this die. There are 2 red footprints and 1 red brain. So there's still a chance that you can get a brain. So, those are the percentages pretty much of the die. Now let's go ahead and put this in here. We'll put these in here, and the premises of the game is to get as many of these brains as you can. Now when your turn comes up, you just shake it really good, and you reach inside and you don't look, and you roll. Okay, you roll your dice. So we'll put this aside and we'll roll. As you can see, I didn't get good dice here. Because I probably didn't shake them up well enough, but I got 2 yellows and a red. So it's not looking good for me right off the bat. So let's go ahead and roll these bad boys. Holy cow, I did really good though. As you can see, I got 2 brains, and I got 1 shotgun blast. So I got shot in the head. All right. What you do is, like I said, on your turn, the person who gets 13 brains wins. First person to 13. So we're going to set these aside, and we're going to set the shotgun aside. So I've got one shotgun blast, and I've got 2 brains. So right now, if I wanted to end my turn, which I could have 2 points, and then it goes to the next person. Now, I'm taking a risk, seeing that I've already got a shotgun blast. If I get 3 on my turn, and if I don't end my turn, and if I end up getting 3 shotgun blasts in, I lose all my brains. I don't get any points at all. So I'm going to go ahead and go for it, okay? Hopefully, I'm going to shake them up really good this time. And hopefully I'll get a couple feet, because I'll show you guys what to do with the feet as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll these. Perfect! Wow, what a great roll. So I've got 2 more brains, alright? And now I got a footprint. So I had 2 more brains this round, well, during this round, and I still had 1 footprint. So now I've already got 2 rolls on my turn. Wow, I've got 4 brains, I've got 1 footprint, and I've only got 1 shotgun blast. Do I want to take a chance? There's still 2 more red dice in that cup I know of. There's still a couple more yellow, and then there's still 3 more green. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this. Now, if I stopped right now, if I ended my turn, I would have a score of 4. And then it would go to the next person. Say my mother or my son was next, and they would get to go. And then they would rinse and repeat this process that I'm showing you. So I want to go for it. I'm getting a little bit greedy. So I want to see if I can get some more brains. All right. Now I'm going to shake up the dice again. I'm going to reach inside and grab 2, because you have to roll 3 die. And I've already got the foot. You always take these runaway dice. You don't put them back into the cup. You set this just to the side, and then you take 2 more dice out. So the 2 more dice that I grabbed, awesome. I grabbed another green, and I grabbed another yellow. So wow, this is probably going to be my last roll. So we're gonna shake these bad boys up, and we're gonna roll. Holy cow! What another great roll! This is the best roll I've ever had playing zombie dice. So I got my 5th brain, and then I got 2 more runaways. So I can keep going if I want to. All I would have to do is grab 1 more dice out for my 3rd, and then it would even, either be a red, yellow, or green die again. Wow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stop, because I know that there's still 2 neutral dice, there's 2 red dice in there, actually there's 1 neutral die in there, and still 2 greens. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to take my 5 brains. That's a heck of a first round, 5 brains. So I would stop here. I'd tell the next person, my mother or my son, to go ahead, and I would have 5 points. And then they would go, repeat the same process as I just did, and et cetera, et cetera. So there's also another thing. What happens if you run out of dice? What happens if you get a bunch of brains and you only got one shotgun blast, or no shotgun blast? Well, that's easy. The rules say that you want to just write down how many brains you got on the green, well, how many green die you have. Write down the amount of brains, and then all you have to do is put the rest in the cup. So, and basically it's the brains. So if I was out of dice, I would take all these brain dice, throw them back in. So it doesn't matter if it's a yellow or green die or whatever. You would throw all of the brain die back in, and then you would continue going. And then you would probably end up winning the game in 1 round, because obviously if you run out of dice, you got to be pretty close to 13 die anyway. So anyways, that's how you play, guys. And the winner, how you win the game, is getting 13 die, like I said. Now, I went first. I wouldn't automatically win a game. I would just have 13 die, say, okay, I'm done. I got my 13 dice. And then everybody else gets to go that hasn't had a turn in the round. So the last person at the end of the round, they're going to have to go for it. Everybody else is just going to have to keep going and try to, match your 13 brains. And if they don't, then they would basically get shot in the nuts from the head 3 times, and then at the end of the round, you would win by default because you've got the 13 brains. So, like I said, guys, Zombie Dice is a simple, dumb little game. But I'll tell you what, You can have so much fun with this game, and I love it. This game is great, and I'm actually going to get the expansion that has the 10-sided and the 12-sided as well. So there you go, guys. Zombie Dice. Do you guys play Zombie Dice? Let me know what you guys think of it. Pretty cool little game. You can get it at your local game store, or you can order it on eBay, Amazon, wherever. I'm sure you can, or you can even get it from Steve Jackson Games, because he's the one that made it. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I got all the rules right. But it is a fun little game. Leave a comment. What do you guys think of it? Anyways, I'll see you guys until next time. Happy gaming.